Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I've got a digital bullet journal to flip through with you guys. So as many of you likely know, I sell custom bullet journals over on Etsy, and most of the journals that I sell are like physical journals where I will make all of the spreads and themes and stuff very specific to what my customer wants. But recently I have been using my iPad to make some digital bullet journals as well, and I've been having so much fun with those. So today I'm going to be flipping through a digital academic planner that is for the 2021-2022 school year. So this planner was made with students in mind primarily, but I do think that it could be used as a teacher as well. You may need to make some little tweaks or add some sections, but I think it would work for anyone involved in the academic world this upcoming school year. So if you're interested in getting this journal for yourself, you can check out the link to my Etsy shop in the description. When you go to purchase this journal, it will be sent to you as a PDF file that you can then open on your iPad or on a different tablet in apps like GoodNotes. I also have heard recently of some free apps that are like alternatives to GoodNotes. I haven't tried them out yet, but I will tell you their names in case you want to try them out. So the two that I've heard of recently are CollaNote, I'll spell that down in the description, and Notes Writer. So anyways, my goal with this journal was to make it look and feel as much like a physical bullet journal as possible, but a journal that could be like mass produced for all of you guys, because making physical bullet journals by hand, it kind of only serves the one person that it's actually going to. So even if you're here and you don't actually use digital journals or digital planners, if you're just here looking for bullet journal inspiration, all of these themes, all of these spreads can be easily replicated in a paper journal. In fact, most of them are themes that I've done before in paper journals. So even if you're not here for the digital aspect, you can definitely still get some inspiration from these themes. So I've set it up to have a few yearly spreads and a few monthly spreads that I think will be helpful to everyone. But at the end of the journal, there are tons of bonus pages, like templates that you can use to plan your projects, to track things by week or by day, to organize your schedule. All those kinds of things can be found at the back of the journal, and you can then move them around and customize them to make them really work for you. One more thing to mention before we actually start with the flip through, and that is that I will be doing a giveaway with this bullet journal again. So please stay tuned to the end of the journal to know how you can get in on that giveaway. And if you're interested in purchasing the journal for yourself, it will be on sale this week only as kind of a launching sale. And don't worry, if you buy the journal now because you don't want to miss out on the sale and you still try to enter the giveaway, if you win the giveaway, I will give you a full refund. Like, you don't need to worry about that. So if you know you want the journal either way, I would recommend buying it now while it's on sale and still entering that giveaway so that you have a chance to get it for free anyways. So let's just jump in and flip through this digital journal. So here is the journal itself. Like I said, I have it open in GoodNotes here. So I made a simple gray cover for this one, and then just the same plain background as I used in my previous journal that I flipped through on my channel, that reading journal. And if you do want to see that one, if I haven't already linked it, I will link it in the cards above. So here's sort of the inside cover or title page. So 2021 to 2022 academic planner, and then a spot for you to put in your name. And this is pretty much what I would do inside a normal like physical bullet journal as well. Give a little sort of title and then a little spot for your name. So these pages can be accessed by either just flipping in GoodNotes or by clicking on the tab here that says yearly. That will bring you to this page as well. So the only yearly pages that I've put in at the beginning are this title, and then we've got this page for due dates. So this is essentially the same as a future log, if you're familiar with the future log, but it's made specifically for due dates. So there's a little key up over here where you can write in whatever classes you're in that semester or that year, and then just color the dot with the corresponding color that you want to use to mark up these calendars so that you can distinguish which due dates are for which class, if that makes sense. So the journal starts in August and then goes all the way until July of 2022. So this page is exactly the same. I just split it into two so there was more space to write down the assignments. So then we'll get into the months. And again, these can be accessed either just by flipping or by using these tabs along the side. So again, starting in August and moving down to July. So here's the August title page, and this is a butterfly that I honestly just drew for fun one time and decided to put it on one of these monthly title pages because I really liked it. So each month only has 2 pages that come built into that month, but there are a bunch of templates at the end of the journal that you can take and duplicate and put them into each month, if that makes sense. So August has a title and a brain dump, and then a calendar. So the calendar, of course, is another place that you can either write down due dates, or you can track how many hours a day you're studying, whatever you like to use the calendar for you. Then we've got September. So this is a theme that I've done quite a few times before in physical bullet journals, just with some stacked calligraphy in the center and then some simple black leaf doodles. Then we get to October. So again, this is one of my more popular themes in physical bullet journals. It's this sort of desert portrait. And I really love the coloring for this month. So before I carry on showing you guys the months, just so you kind of have a better picture of how you can use this journal, it's not just these monthly pages. Like I said, there are some bonus templates which you can access over here. So over here we've got a tab for weeklies. Sorry, my GoodNotes takes a little while to load when I jump like far ahead in the journal. So anyways, here's a tab for weeklies. And as you can see, it's very plain right now, but the intent is that then you'll take your different colors and, mark it up, add in the date or whatever. So you can really customize this to the theme for that month. So for example, if you are doing this in October, you may want to choose like a green color for the cactus, and then you can write the date right over here if you'd like. And also, to help you customize, I'm giving a sticker sheet that goes along with this journal. So here's the sticker sheet for this journal. And as you can see, it's got a little snippet from each and every monthly theme. So this is kind of a spoiler, you haven't seen all those themes yet, but I'll go into more details on the stickers later. I just want you guys to know that there are pages you can just duplicate this weekly. Oops. You can duplicate this weekly page or one of two others. So first off, I've got this one with all the days on the side and a bit more structure here, a spot to have a focus, some habits, tasks, and notes. Then I've got this one where each page is split into 4 corners. There's a task box here and you can choose what you want this box to be. And then there's also this one where the margins were left wide open. So it kind of moves from more structured to less structured. And if you do want to use these throughout the journal, all you have to do is duplicate that slide and then drag it around to the place where you want it. So along with the weekly pages, there are also bonus pages over here. So this is like a timetable. So I didn't put this at set points in the school year because I know different schools switch up their semesters at different times of the year. So here's a place where you can write down your schedule. Then we've got a daily planning page. So if you prefer to do your planning on a daily scale instead of a weekly scale, or maybe you'd like to have both, again, this page can just be duplicated as many times as you want and dragged wherever you want it in the journal. So on this page, I've got a few different sections. So you can write the date that you're using it for. Then there's like an hourly schedule that you can use if you're the kind of person who prefers to section out your day in that way. Then on the other side, I've got a spot to write sort of your focus or your top priority for the day and a little task list. Then we've also got a box for just some notes or reminders and a box to reflect at the end of the day. And then something that I've been being more intentional about recently, I have a spot for a morning routine and an evening routine. So one thing that I've just recently added to my own routine is kind of taking care of like my skin and my face. Honestly, I've never really done this before. I'm the kind of person who just will like splash water on my face in the morning, splash it on my face in the evening. I don't wear makeup except to film, so pretty low maintenance, but I have decided recently to add a couple of steps, honestly, just because I really enjoy them. So what I've been doing is using this face oil from Coess. Sorry if I missed the pronunciation there, but I've been using their Revitalizing Nutrient Organic Face Oil. So I've been pressing a few drops of this into my skin every evening on a nice clean face, and then I've been using a special little tool that they sent me to massage it all in. So along with the face oil, they sent me this white jade gua sha. Again, pronunciation, not always my forte, but you guys know what I mean. And it's used to massage the face muscles, and it's all the better if you do have some sort of serum or oil to massage in with it. So I have been absolutely loving this. Now, I will say I don't have any experience with other face oils or serums. Like I said, this is really new to me. So I can't compare this to anything else, but in my experience, it's been awesome. I really like it. And if you're interested in getting some, I do have a code down in the description that will allow you to also get this white jade gua sha for free. It's a $23 value. You'll get this for free if you use my code when purchasing some of their face oil. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the description below. Then I also have a project plan page, so you can write the start date, the due date, the estimated time needed. Then you've got a little progress bar that you can fill in as you complete that project. the different stages or steps involved in the project, supplies that you need to gather. Then there's a project description down at the bottom to just jog your memory exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Up at the top of the other page, there's a spot for the project itself, the class, and then just big boxes for notes about that project and the sources that you've been gathering. And then we've got a report card to essentially just write down your results from everything. So the class, the assignment, when you started it, when the due date was, how heavily it was weighted in that class, if it was worth 10% of your grade or 20% of your grade or whatever, and then what grade you got on it. And finally, there's just a blank dot grid page that again, you can duplicate and you can insert wherever you want to in the journal. So I hope that makes sense. There are the yearly pages and the monthly pages, but then there's these weekly spreads and the bonus pages that you can then duplicate and drag around wherever you want them in the journal. So we looked at August and September and October. Now I'll jump back and show you guys November. So for November, I did this little paper airplane sort of theme, and I got this idea from an Instagram account called Doodaloo. I'll try to link her account down in the description. She didn't use paper airplanes, but she did this whole like sticky note and sort of grid thing, and I really liked it. So again, we've got our title, a brain dump just to write down, you know, I don't know about you guys, but thoughts about homework will always come to me at the most inconvenient times, like the middle of the night or whatever. So I just like to have a place to write those down. And then there's the calendar as well for due dates. Then for December, I did this little tea theme, which I really like, just because I like the colors, I think. Then for January, I've got this, I don't know, kind of whale with moon and stars. This was kind of inspired by my March theme, which also had a whale and moon and stars, but it was way different. Like everything was pink. It was more like cartoony. So I decided to change it up for this one. So we've got the January title and brain dump, and then the calendar. Then for February, I did a fun little watermelon theme, again with some like stacked calligraphy. And again, I feel like all of these themes, even though they are being shown in a digital planner, they would all work in a physical bullet journal. So if you're just here looking for inspiration, you can still use these themes in your Bujo. So here's the March title page and the March calendar. And then we've got April. I love this one. It's so simple, but I think it's pretty cute. So April with a little wheelbarrow full of flowers, and then the calendar. Then we come to May. So for May, I just did sort of a Polaroid theme on a pegboard, using some of these really nice warm colors that I've been liking lately. And then for June, this ended up being one of my favorites. I've done this little like pen pal snail mail theme before, because it was requested by a customer, and ever since she gave me that idea, I've just kind of held on to it because I really like it. So there's my little purple snail pen pal theme. And then finally the last month is July, and for July I did this nice little honeybee theme, which again is one of my favorites. Honestly, the last 2 months I think ended up being my favorite 2 months in the whole journal. So anyways, those are all the months, and then from there we get into those pages that I showed you earlier that you can take and then customize them to fit whatever month you're using them in. So I wanted to give just a closer look at the stickers here. So the stickers, like I said, there's one for each month so that you can decorate when you do take some of those like bonus pages or the weekly spreads and paste them in to like the middle of a month. You can take doodles from that cover page and carry on that theme throughout the month, if that makes sense. So on GoodNotes, it's really easy to use these by using your lasso tool. With other apps, you may have to upload each PNG file individually, but I know it's very possible to do this even if you don't have GoodNotes. So as you can see, all of the monthly theme stickers are over here. And then these ones are more just like general stickers. So I kept them in really neutral colors. So again, I've got a progress bar. So if you're working on like a reading or homework, you can just color that in as you work on it. Then I've got sort of a reminder about something that you need to do if it's on your calendar and you just want to drag that in to mark it as important. And then these little stickers here, they're made to fit perfectly into those monthly calendar boxes. So they're exactly as wide as the monthly calendar spaces and then not quite as tall so that you have room to write down other things. So if you have an exam that day, you can just drag this sticker in and then write the class name on top of the sticker, or a test or a due date, and so on. And there's one for no school as well. And then the other few are just sort of, I don't know, I love like doing speech bubbles and exclamation marks to mark things that are important in my journal. So I included those here as well. And if there's something that you need to remember to like ask your professor about or something, you can use that little question mark sticker. So anyways, that is the full bullet journal and the stickers that come along with it. Thank you so much for joining me to flip through this digital bullet journal. Now let me talk about the giveaway, and I will tell you I'm still like ironing out some kinks with how to properly do digital product giveaways. As I mentioned in my previous digital bullet journal flip through, I'm pretty new to the whole digital product thing, and the main thing that I want to do with the giveaways is make sure that the winners of these giveaways actually have the means to use these products. You know, it's not like just winning a set of markers that anyone who has paper around them can use. You actually need to have a device that's compatible. You need to have an app that you can use with it. So I want to make sure that it's someone with those things that wins this giveaway so that it's not just kind of wasted, if you know what I mean. So today, when I post this video, I'm also going to post over on Instagram with written instructions for how to enter the giveaway, but here's sort of the gist of it. So go to my Instagram post, comment below telling me which device and which app you use so that I know that you can actually use this when you win it, and then tag as many friends as you want in the comments. All separate comments, the more tags you give, the more chances you have to win. Now, along with that, if you share my original post in your story with your followers, you'll get an extra entry as well. So the giveaway is going to last 1 week from today, and I will be drawing one winner at random as long as they meet the criteria. They have an app and they have a device that they can actually use this product on. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that you enjoyed this little flip through. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions and what your favorite theme was from this journal, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.